Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 16th of September. Thank you so much for joining me. This is for your sun or your ascendant. If you get to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did now. This week sees Saturn end its 4.5 month backward journey. I think this is something that we can all let out a collective sigh of relief around. But it is true that last week's full moon in Pisces is still feeding its way into this week's proceedings. This is asking us to remain mindful of the more spiritual or emotional dimension of the more practical elements of our aims and our activities. But it is also true to say that Venus and Mercury are forging a beautiful alliance in the sign of Libra. Of course, Venus rules Libra, so it's in its home zone. And if there is something that needs to be discussed, these two will certainly help us to be a bit more detached and embrace a bit more diplomacy. It is true in the second half of the week that Mercury goes into a square with Saturn, and possibly there could be a bit of inhibition or a bit of a stumble around one particular interaction. But I think it is a chance to reach out, to try to find some consensus, to meet people halfway. However, Uranus is forging an obtuse angle to Venus all this week. So when it comes to relationship issues where money might be involved, it's probably better not to be too impetuous. There's also a quarter moon as this week closes in the sign of Gemini. It's just cautioning us not to try to pack too much in. There is a window of opportunity to be really constructive because Mars is forging an awesome angle to Pluto. So if we're really single-minded and we've done our research and we're very precise in our approach, there is the opportunity for a huge step forwards. But if we try to do too much, this quarter moon is going to catch us out. So if you're planning any do-it-yourself, as this week draws to a close, it's probably best not to be too ambitious. Well, Scorpio, your idea sector has certainly been in the doldrums over the last 3 or 4 months as Saturn, the planet of limitations, has retraced its steps. This week, that goes into an about turn, but also your 2 ruling planets are cooperating splendidly. If there is something around your future or around a friendship or around a high hope you have that means a lot to you, your ability to connect and to manifest whatever it is you want to do in a very powerful way is heightened hugely. When you really put your mind to it, you can be absolutely unstoppable. And I think that's the type of energy you're going to bring into this week. But don't be surprised if you're single, if someone from your past does come flashing up into your mind. This can be particularly so if the relationship did have some real strengths, but perhaps circumstances saw it come to a close. Then again, in an existing relationship, if you're not entirely happy, you may find yourself discussing the point with a close friend as this week draws to a close. If you'd like to know more about personal astrology based on your time, date and place of birth, why not order your year 2020 forecast? Please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and get 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.